Kick-off of the match against Partick Thistle. Director Michael Kelly was given a particularly hostile reception by the estimated 800 fans. Arriving directors and players had to run the gauntlet. Captain Paul McStay, though, was greeted more warmly. The majority of the demonstrators in their places in time for kick-off. So too was commentator Jock Brown.
Celtic manager Lou McCarry has team problems for his first match in charge at Parkhead. Gary Gillespie and John Collins are out through injury, along with long-term victims Mark McNally and Mike Galloway. So his squad is stretched to the full. In come Brian O'Neill and Darius Dubček, with Rudy Vata and 19-year-old Brian McLaughlin on the bench. And Pat McGinley's recent spell of good form following his £525,000 transfer from Hibs in the summer coincides with his move from a wide right position to central midfield beside Paul McStay, and he's likely to continue in that role this afternoon. Partick Thistle have managed remarkable consistency of selection in their 7-match unbeaten run, but Alec Taylor is unfit for today's match, so George Shaw comes back for the only change in the side, which drew 0-0 with Hibs in midweek. And John Lambie will be depending again on the scoring exploits of self-confessed Celtic supporter Albert Craig, who has scored no fewer than 9 goals from midfield at the age of 31 after a modest career which has taken him from Dumbarton to places like Hamilton, Newcastle and Dundee. The referee this afternoon is Eric Martindale from Newlands in Glasgow. Well, after demonstrations outside the stadium before the match, it's down to the real thing. And Celtic in good heart under their new manager Lou McCarry, looking to justify a lot of points this afternoon in terms of players' form and attitude. There's Jerry Craney with the cross, headed away by Greg Watson. And that's Roddy Grant with the layoff. So Byrne pointing where he wants Shaw to run. Tom Boyd is alive to that. Checking through the Celtic ranks. It's confirmed now that Darius Dubček is the direct replacement for Gary Gillespie, who's out through injury. There's Jerry Britton trying to get behind Tony Mowbray. That was effective in the end. Free kick against Mowbray, but his attention's on Britton. It's a free kick to Thistle. Celtic pull everyone back except Charlie Nicholas to defend inside the box. There's Ian Cameron. Headed away there by Craney. Returned by Byrne, and the Celtic defence pushing out, bringing the Thistle players with them. There's Paul Byrne now. Rapidly becoming a favourite among the Celtic supporters, Byrne. Played forward by Grant. Byrne again. Grant can come forward this time. Nicholas with a return pass. Good running by Grant. Was he bowled over there inside the area? No, says the referee. Well, Peter Grant clearly believes he was fouled in that run. And I think this may show that he has a case. Good 1-2 here, played with Charlie Nicholas. Grant very determined indeed, racing for the ball. Albert Craig was with him. Well, referee Martindale looked towards his linesman for some help there, but decided there was no infringement. A flick on from McStay. This is Willie Jimison. And the late tackle there by McStay on Cameron. It's a free kick to Thistle. Here's Cameron again. This time the foul committed by Peter Grant, who is still, I think, a little irate about not getting that penalty award. So a set piece for Thistle to exploit, with Albert Craig in a shooting position. Played in towards Grant. That's Cameron. That's great play by Thistle. Well, a superb move straight from the training ground and almost totally effective. There was Cameron peeling off. The ball played into Grant, who knew exactly where Cameron would be, and that's a good effort. Now Boyd attacking McKee. Needs some help there. The Thistle pullback from George Shaw. Another very accurate pass finds Byrne. Good running by McGinley. That's for Nicholas. And that would have been a cracker. Splendid flowing play there from Celtic. It had vision, it had stealth, it had sharpness around the box. And the finish there from Nicholas wasn't far away. Flick on from Britain. Grant couldn't control it. Back with Mowbray. Greg Watson at full stretch, did well. It's Nicholas, Craney, and now Byrne. And another fine attempt on goal. This time by Paul McStay, who was forcing himself through from midfield into the penalty area. At the end of a cross like this, it was a very good attempt. Didn't quite catch it properly. Food for thought there. Frank Connor advising Lou McCarry. Looking at a run from Britain. Well, the square pass to Milne was on. That's what he's being told now, Cameron. But he does play with such invention. Byrne's header. There's no offside chance here for Jerry Britain. Well, the lob was the correct finish, but he couldn't judge it properly. And the referee is waving Tom Boyd away from the near side linesman. Well, the ball came off the head of David Byrne, and the appeals were made for offside instantly. As Britain came through here, the ball bounced in front of him. He knew that Bonner was approaching, tried the lob, too much on the ball. And now there's trouble here. Referee Eric Martindale taking action against Tom Boyd for protesting too vehemently. Well, a foolish one that for Boyd, because the yellow card could cost him a suspension later in the season, and there was no goal scored, and there was really little reason to become so upset. Nicholas, and now Byrne. Good play by Byrne. Needs some help now. Gets it from Grant. Headed cleared by Craig. Falls straight at McStay's feet. Grant again. Now Byrne. Comes inside Cameron. Then inside Craig. Oh, positive play there from Paul Byrne. He is very confident in possession. Always willing to take on defenders. Well held by Nelson. O'Neill. Boyd has made the run. Gets there to earn the corner. George Shaw did well, backtracking with Boyd. Another former Swinburne player. Realised the danger as Boyd broke on the outside. So corner kick again to Celtic. Back into the danger area, there's the chance on! And Celtic go in front. Pat McGinley for the finish. Always so dangerous inside the penalty area. But that goes all the way across there, and it's a very good header back into the danger area. Initially by Craney, and Pat McGinley forced the ball home with his head. We've had 34 minutes of the match. Header in it again. Helped across the penalty box by Charlie Nicholas, and a good finish by McGinley. So goal number 4 for Celtic for Pat McGinley. McCarry looking a little more relaxed now, I think, with the way the game is running. It's Byrne. And fine footwork again. The Irishman. Look at the way he sidesteps Greg Watson here. Takes this on the outside of the right boot. Well, I wonder if he had more success with the left there. Roddy Grant's layoff finds Britain. Chance on here now for Thistle. That's Britain. Well, Roddy Grant was asking for a pass into the penalty box, but Britain had an eye for goal here. Has Hasn't had too many chances to test Pat Bonner in the first half. Wasn't going to pass this one up. Adjusted the ball to his right foot, then rather sliced it wide. Well, the referee has checked his linesman. This may well be the end of the first half action. Indeed it is. So applause around the stadium as Celtic depart. They've dominated the match for the bulk of the first half, but with just one goal to show for it. Scored by Pat McGinley in the 35th minute after a spot of head tennis in the box. The corner kick from Paul Byrne, headed in by Craney, helped on in the air by Nicholas, and then forced home from the forehead of Pat McGinley. A lead which Celtic merited. Celtic 1, Partick Thistle 0. Things going Celtic's way so far in the match. Thistle will have to try to change that early in the second period. There was an indication they may have been happy to leave here with a point in the way they played in the opening half hour or so, but that goal from Pat McGinley has surely changed the approach Thistle will have to take in the second half. It could make for even more entertainment. There's Paul McStay, who is showing lots of urgency in midfield. Paul Byrne provides the width again on the right for Celtic. Running inside Milne. McGinley trying to pick out Nicholas with a pass. Jimison doing well again. Strong tackle by Peter Grant. This is Byrne again, being shown inside by Milne. Now McGinley. George Shaw back, marking O'Neill. Boyd leaves that to O'Neill. This is McGinley. Craney well tackled there by McKee. This is Roddy Grant. A little bit of misjudgment there by the two players, Shaw and Boyd. The result is a throw to Thistle. First match between the sides this season. Hill ended in a 1-0 victory for Celtic. Score on that occasion, Mark McNally, who's injured. Shaw doing his good work going backwards. McKee bundled down there by Craney, a free kick to Thistle. Craney wants to have his say. Anthony Martindale seems to be prepared to listen to that. Jimison's free kick. Roddy Grant is beaten by Mowbray. Space there for Cameron. An elegant mover with a very skillful left foot, Ian Cameron. Cameron in possession again. This is Britton. Grant tees it up for Byrne. Disappointment and frustration there for Byrne. Carefully engineered set up this. Cameron to Britton. Knew exactly what was happening inside. Played that into space, was set up well by Roddy Grant into the path of David Byrne. There's the offside flag. Led in by Brian O'Neill and halted by Jimison the first time. To Boyd. Greg Watson's header. Don't show too much of that to Nicholas. It's retrieved by McStay. Greg Watson's positioning was good again for Thistle. Good pass from McStay. This is Paul Byrne. That's a good ball in early, and the goal is scored by Nicholas. A splendid second from Celtic. And Charlie Nicholas gets his 5th goal of the season with 9 minutes of the second half gone. A great ball in this by Paul Byrne, and the header, the glancing header by Nicholas left Nelson totally stranded. And the pass to Paul Byrne with a good one in the first place, and then that early cross left the Thistle defence totally at sea. Awkward one for McKee. Smith did well. That's Jimison. Now Cameron. There's Callum Milne. Trying to thread that through a small gap. Didn't make it. Here's Dunn. Looking for Craney. Needs help in the middle. It's arriving late. It's there now though. And it was Byrne who tried to finish that. On the way for a corner kick by Tom Smith. A good play again from Celtic. Craney at the byline, pulling it across. Paul Byrne had a chance under pressure there. Ran away from Nicholas. Well, Byrne has made both Celtic goals so far, and that was the nearest he's come to scoring himself. Back in the role of goal maker. Retrieved here by O'Neill. Roddy Grant back defending, lashed away by Milne. Check. Well won by O'Neill. And the header by Craney. It was an attempt at a looping header over Craig Nelson, I'm sure. And he does have this ability to be able to see what's going on around him as he goes for a header. And I think he tried to loft that over the keeper. Header by Craney. It's O'Neill. Corner kick's been given. Challenged by Tom Smith. Pressure on the Thistle defence. Well, it doesn't really look as though there's any way back for Thistle at the moment, but I thought it would certainly kill the match in a contest. Attack by Roddy Grant. Well, it was struck very well indeed by McStay. Out with Byrne again. And a fine effort trying to catch out Craig Nelson at his near post. Back with Boyd, or Dubček rather. Well held by Nelson, very well held indeed. Two Celtic players closing in on him. There's the effort from Paul Byrne, and Craig Nelson at full stretch. And now Milne for Thistle. Won well by Dubček. He did a good match replacing Gary Gillespie in the heart of the defence. From Roddy Grant, that's good play this time. Tom Smith breaking. Chance on here for Shaw. It was put off by Bonner. Very good goalkeeping there. Trying keeping the ball away. He was left exposed. It hasn't happened often in the match, but Pat Bonner responded extremely well for Celtic. Instructions coming from John Lambie. Tide is running against him at the moment. Helped on by Craney, there goes Nicholas. Good positioning by Nelson. What breaks in for Britain, a chance on here for Thistle. The best chance of the match so far, and it's passed up by Britain. What a difference that might have made. Two defenders going for the ball together, Peter Grant and Tony Mowbray. Neither got to properly. There was lots of time here for Britain to set himself. Pat Bonner trying to cut down the angle. It's off the outside of the post. What a chance for Britain. Good running by McGinley again. That's towards Craney. Cover was provided well there by Tom Smith, coming back for Thistle. O'Neill was a shade casual there. Well, a chance now to put pressure on the Thistle defence, but he's in need of help against from Boyd. That's McStay. Now Grant. Here's Byrne. Cross again released early. Helped on by Jimison for a throw. Boyd. McStay. Here's O'Neill. Over the way straight to that. Right through to Pat McGinley. Oh, he enjoyed that one all right. Sweetly struck. Well, the ball played in here by Brian O'Neill. This defence appeared to be coping Headed out though by Cameron, straight to McGinley, and he had no question there about the shot. Nelson couldn't get to it, and O'Neill rifling this across. Ian Cameron deep in defence, a header which I'm sure he'll be unhappy about. Taken on the volley by McGinley. Fine goal, and 3-0 to Celtic. Back it goes to Paul McStay. Free kick's been given there against Roddy Grant. A bit of pushing. Celtic still coming forward. Here's Paul Byrne. Oh, it's a good effort. Well saved by Nelson. Oh, he's beginning to look a very fine prospect, Paul Byrne. Controls this instantly, assesses his options, checks inside Milne, and lets fly with the left foot, bringing out that very good save. There he goes again. And Nicholas trying a neat little flick there inside the area. Back with Byrne again. The top check. Guided missile that, but the direction was wrong. He guided it wide of the post. Well, hit this very hard indeed, his left foot. Supporting player is McStay. Applause now coming regularly from the Celtic supporters. Well, he's led by example in midfield, Paul McStay. He's had a fine match. Still being chanted. The players doing fine at the moment. No complaints clearly about the management now. But the Celtic board still getting some stick in the midst of what is turning out to be a very convincing Celtic performance on the field. Barter wants the ball played inside, and McStay couldn't get it to him. Good covering there by Martin Clark. Well, that's good running by Byrne. Another fine cross, well taken though by Nelson. Well, Paul Byrne really is one of the best crossers of the ball in the Premier Division at the moment. Pulling that one out, but well taken by Nelson. Yes, McLaughlin getting a touch of the ball. His first sample of first-team football. He is again left-sided midfield player. Trying to get the better there of Kevin McKee. He's down the corner though. Oh, a little player has enjoyed this initiation, I'm sure, to top-level football. Byrne's corner. Held it away by Jimison. Top check. What did he bring that down to his left foot? Counter-attack possibility now for Thistle. The layoff from Shaw finds Britton. Shaw's offside. Well, Celtic have developed this offside trap now, keeping their defence in a line, pushing forward with their flat back four system. So Pat Bonner takes the free kick. It brings the match to an end and signals the largest league win of the season for Celtic, winning by these 3 clear goals, and there could be no argument about that being thoroughly merited on the play overall. Pat McGinley scored the first and the third and contributed hugely in the Celtic midfield, and the other goal came from Charlie Nicholas in 54 minutes. Thistle really had no answer, and it's a thoroughly satisfactory start at Celtic Park for Lou Macari. It's Celtic 3, Partick Thistle.
United.